This is a very special time. Show me a hill I can climb. Give me a mountain to move, and I'll prove that it's a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. Up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
Very special morning it is. It's a finally fantastic, maybe just a little Freaky Friday. That means my partner in crime, my co-host this morning, is Holly Thompson from Salem Crossing. Good morning, Holly.
Good morning.
It's been a moment since we've talked.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you. Right back at you here. We're getting a phone call. I don't remember any calls that we're supposed to be getting this morning. I don't know.
Surprise guest.
I know. I'm trying to figure that out. I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, we're going to go onward, Ho, and it is glad that you've actually been on vacation. We'll talk a little bit about that, but let's thank our sponsors this morning, Holly.
We'd like to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Per Lee Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Care First Urgent Care, and McAllister Land Consulting. Thank you, sponsors.
Yay, thank you to the great sponsors. And of course, you know, 'tis the season before school starts and trying to get all of those last minute, vacations in, last little bit of a, I guess, yippee
grasping at the summer straws.
And so you went to a kind of a new beach that you haven't been to in a while.
I did. I went down to Gulfport, Mississippi, which I've been to Mississippi before, but I was in like the Pascagoula area. But I went to Gulfport this time and had a great condo with great pool, and it was a secure, like they had security like around and on site 24/7. That was nice. And had the beach and the pool all at the same time, and it was close enough to things to travel to visit and stuff like that. So visited New Orleans for the very first time.
Yay!
So I was excited about that and got to get a little taste of that before I take another full-time adventure to New Orleans one of these years maybe.
Yeah.
So
you had your first beignet.
I did, and okay, so you know how much I love funnel cakes, right?
Yes.
So this was
and for anybody that does not know, Holly can probably bake any one of them ladies under the table, or men or women. You know what I mean?
No, sweet.
Holly Thompson is like the pastry chef or you know what I mean? Yeah. So,
too kind, Becky. Too kind.
Go ahead.
But so I ordered those, and so I like the funnel cakes a whole lot.
Right.
So the beignets reminded me of like a puffy funnel cake, like a biscuit funnel cake.
Yeah.
With all the powdered sugar and stuff on it.
Right.
And the coffee there.
It's that chiclet. Am I saying it right?
It's coffee and chicory.
Chicory.
And
chiclets are gum.
Chiclets are gum, right? And they serve it like it's a half a cup of steamed milk, and then with the coffee filling the rest of it, and it was the best cup of coffee. So I actually brought home a can of that with me, and I brought home some of the beignet box mix.
Yeah.
I've not ventured out to try to make my own yet, but I did get the ingredients for it. Got some different New Orleans spices down there brought home, to try, and different things. So it was great, fun times.
You didn't have the po' boy sandwich, did you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Or the muffalata?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay. Well, you're going to have to go back. You got to go back. There's more things to get. More of your adventure. Well, I did the, of course, I love the beignets. And you were much more disciplined than I am with your beignets, But
yeah, I just ate one. That's all I could
I don't
get.
know how you, it's like a potato chip. I can't stop with it anymore. I have like that powdered sugar all over me. That powder, all over. I love it. But they're so good, especially when they're warm. When they when they set them down, they're hot and warm. Oh, but what I did get the mix too, and you'll find it's good, and you'll do the directions, and it's good, but it's not the, it's not quite the
original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because someone else fixed it. How like after you cook it yourself, it's but I don't know. So I did do that. So you're gonna like it though. But it was close to it. So you're good that you got the box to fix it at home. Yeah, it's not bad. It's good. And then I wasn't as crazy about the coffee.
Really?
No, I drank the coffee, and but I like the regular coffee. I like regular coffee more so than that. But but it was still an experience.
And it definitely has a different flavor and scent.
Yes.
Because like I've been drinking my coffee black here for the past few weeks or whatever, which is is completely not me.
No,
I'm
right.
I'm like coffee flavored milk and sugar girl when I drink my coffee, but I've been drinking it black, and so drinking that black, you can really taste the different flavor than a regular coffee.
Yeah, and that's where because I drink my coffee black, so that's where like when you drink the coffee black, you will know the differences in coffees. I always say this: anybody can put when you put enough sugar and Cool Whip or whatever cream or whatever you do, and all those foo things that it really puts
syrups and flavorings.
Yes, you can make anything come to life.
Right.
You know what I mean? But is it coffee really good? You know what I mean? That's
Do you have a favorite coffee?
Oh, I'm McDonald's. McDonald's all the way, every day. I drink every day. McDonald's.
Do you buy the Keurigs or the ground?
I'm the Keurig person. Yeah.
Yeah, McDonald's has a good coffee.
Yeah, yeah, it's my favorite. Yeah. So that's, and I love it though, like from the actual restaurant too. Like to me, like going to McDonald's, that's my treat. Remember when I do something good?
Right. Yep.
I have to earn that. And when I do something good, like that's my treat, to go to McDonald's and I love their coffee.
Yeah.
But every day I have their Keurig. Yeah. McDonald's. What's your favorite?
I mix it up because I like to try I've tried different things, but I like to have like I'll get bored with the same flavor.
Okay.
So I'll do Folgers or Maxwell House or what's that, Green Mountain, McDonald's. I do like the McDonald's coffee. So I'll just kind of play around with it and change up flavors every now and then.
So I drink so much coffee, and the McDonald's coffee that so they come in a box. Okay, so we buy them by the box, right? Several of them. So at Christmas time, when the kids open up the stuff, it's always in the coffee box. So, because I have so many boxes, that's my boxes.
Yeah.
So it's really funny. They're like, "Oh, we got coffee." They know they did. You know what I mean? They know you're not going to get coffee because I'm going to keep the coffee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not getting coffee. No. But anyway, so yeah, it's funny because that's something that I always have so many boxes of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my favorite. Yeah. But I do. I do like to try the other ones too. That's good. But. Yeah.
One of the interesting things that has stuck in my mind about New Orleans too is because I didn't take a cemetery visit like we just did like the bus route so I could see all of the city areas, but we drove past the cemetery number 1, which is by the visitor center that we parked at, and they actually showed where Nicolas Cage has already purchased his plot and his tombstone to be buried there at Cemetery 1 in New Orleans, and it's a pyramid-shaped headstone.
Oh, wow.
That's just like stuck in my head.
Oh, that's crazy, isn't
it?
That's crazy to think of that, isn't it?
Because it's the same cemetery that, what's her name? Marie Laveau Like that's the cemetery. She's buried at the cemetery number 1.
Oh gosh.
But I didn't. I figured next visit I want to actually tour the cemeteries.
And
they fascinate me.
Well, yeah.
You know how I am, Becky.
I know. I do know that. I was going to say, yeah, yeah. Not, yeah. I've been several times in New Orleans, but I haven't toured the cemeteries. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But aren't they like lower? Aren't they like lower altitude, or what is it? How is it like?
Well, they're in that major flood zone, obviously.
Yes, right.
So
right.
all of them are above ground.
Oh, they're above ground. That's
They're
right.
above
I couldn't
ground.
remember. I knew there was something. I couldn't remember how it was.
Mm-hmm.
So they bury the gravesides are above ground.
They're like that. What are those? I mean, we have them here too. You just don't see them as
Monuments,
often.
like a monument. Or
Shoot, it'll come to me. It'll come to me. But yeah, they bury them above ground tombs.
Okay.
Is what they have.
Okay.
So yeah.
So, well, yeah, that's really fascinating.
Mhm.
I have actually heard a lot of people talking about it, and I did listen to some New Orleans people talking about that. That's very fascinating. It's very it's kind of interesting when you go somewhere to find out how they do things.
Yeah.
Quite a bit different,
And I know when Hurricane Katrina came through,
Yeah.
I think it disturbed many
That's
gravesites.
what right. I think that's what I remember hearing
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they also there's a lot of ghost tours
Yes.
that you can go on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there are. And again, that'll be a next trip thing. I just wanted to kind of get a feel and sight for it. Like they got the Garden District. I didn't get to do the World War II museum because they said it takes like 3 hours for the tour, and we just went for like 5 or 6 hours, like just literally a day trip to kind of catch some special things. So the restaurant that we ate at one restaurant in New Orleans, and it was fantastic. The steak, anyway. Again, I don't do seafood, and I know,
which is hilarious.
I know.
You're in the land of seafood there.
I'm in the land of seafood, and I went to a seafood market because we always do a fish fry, and it's me cooking for everybody else. But we bought gator and frog legs and 2 or 3 different types of fish. I love the fish market. They had a great selection. So I bought fish, and I fry fish, and I boil fish, and I do all, like the shrimp or whatever.
You do all the things.
I do all the things, but I don't eat it. No, ma'am. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nope. Gets in your mouth. Don't like it.
So it's a different vibe. Did you feel the different vibe? I mean, just like a different vibe.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just yeah.
It has, to me, it's like has a lot of the New York City vibe, but with the Southern flair, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it was nice. A lot of different shops. I didn't get to go all the shops I wanted to go to. Again, I just when we actually stopped on the one stop on the bus route, we stopped at the restaurant. I went to like 2 or 3 stores. We went to the coffee place. It started raining, and I'm like, let's head back.
Okay, yeah.
So it was just the driving tour, but I wanted to do the farmers market next time.
I was going to say, did you go to the market? Yeah.
No. I want to do that
You'll
next
love that.
time.
Yeah.
This was kind of me getting ideas of what I want to do for my bigger vacation in New Orleans.
Yeah, you're just getting
my feet wet.
Yeah, there you go.
Literally.
Yeah.
But you don't wear. You have to wear closed toe and closed heel shoes in New Orleans.
Okay.
When you walk through the streets. That's my advice.
Is that because of?
Well, I seen some things on the streets that
there were some things
should
that were
have
done.
Should have been done in a restroom.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. there's a homeless population there.
Yeah.
And they just went wherever they felt the need. So, yeah. Closed-toed shoes.
Right.
And heels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah.
But I love the vibe of it. There was people on the streets playing the jazz music.
Yes, I was gonna say,
and I like the
that.
jazz music. I really liked that, and that was nice. And all the people were pleasant that we dealt with, and all the shops and all the restaurants. Great population of people down there. I just want to explore it some more.
Yeah. I think it's different. You know what I mean? And it's different. Yeah, definitely different than what we're used to here.
I went during the non-busy season, and the streets were packed.
Yeah.
I can't imagine going during Mardi Gras.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do it. It would make my nervous system twitch way too hard. I couldn't do it.
We'd have to put an air tag so we didn't lose you. You'd have to put something on you. A
I'm
tag
telling you,
or
I would
something.
get a hotel room or something, and that has like the balcony, and I would just stay on my balcony the whole time. I'd love people watching. I don't want to be down on the streets doing stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to be up higher of people watching.
Right. Well, we didn't go in Mardi Gras, but there were still, like, from the balconies, people were throwing beads. I was like,
there's beads everywhere in the trees and everything.
Yeah,
beads just hanging everywhere where they just leave them there.
Yeah, they do.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing too. The floats, like, there is a huge storage there, which I think you can actually take a tour of this. That it's got the floats for the Mardi Gras.
Oh, that's
that
awesome.
They keep the floats because I think some of them they probably like change up or do a little bit of tweaking each year, but they keep them for that. So.
And the houses, like in the Garden District and stuff, the houses were so cute. I like the houses a lot.
Yeah.
So it was nice.
I'm glad you got to. That's a fun adventure.
It was.
But you were actually your big vacation was in Mississippi.
Yes.
But you shot on over to New Orleans.
Yeah, the big
What was the drive? What was the hours?
It was just like an hour and a half
think it's
drive.
Too far. Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
Right.
It wasn't that. But my main vacation was beach and pool time.
Yeah.
That was my
That was the goal was
yes.
beach and
yes.
beach
and pool.
Beach and pool, which we
Water.
saw you at the pool a lot more than we saw you at the beach.
Yes. Yes.
You can't beat that though, can you?
No.
Yeah. Well, good.
And plus it had that whatever that thing's called where you can actually see the beach. So I could get the best of both worlds. I could be at the pool and look at the beach all at the same time.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
For infinity pool.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was an infinity pool. So
those are beautiful.
Yeah. So, and I'd never been to an infinity pool before, and it just had like a section like as long as your table, like that was the biggest, but it was enough to see the beach and stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
And my daughter, like her big thing was people watching and watching the vehicles, because there was like a main road that was right between the condo and the beach, and she loves looking at cars. Like she would squeal and be like, "Look, Mom, look, it's a whatever it is, Porsche or this or that or whatever the motorcycle was." And she was like waving at him and getting him to like it was. Yeah, she was just watching the cars.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
She'd be up on our deck, or if it was too cold or hot or whatever, she'd be inside the window looking at, and she just watching the cars.
That's great.
Yeah. She was ecstatic over that. I'm like, okay.
I love that. Well, that's cheap entertainment.
It was very cheap entertainment for me. For her.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I think for some reason I don't always think of when you think of Mississippi, I don't think of beach. So I think that's cool that you did that and you kind of went to a new place.
Yep.
A new adventure. And anytime you go to a new adventure, stay at a new place, it's always fascinating to see and kind of see how they do things.
Yeah.
And the food is really usually pretty good. Usually, So.
We always, no matter where we go on vacation, we always try to find like a local pizza place.
Oh yeah.
Like that's our thing. We have to at least have pizza once during the week at a local pizza place.
Did you find one?
We found one, and the pizza was great.
Ah,
it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's a total win.
Total win. Yeah. Now it still has to match up to, because when we went to Tybee Island, the local pizza place there is still my favorite. I don't even remember the name of it, but it's still my favorite local pizza place.
Oh wow. Well, that's fun though. Yeah. Well, I think to me, well deserved or much deserved vacation. Good for you to get away for a while.
Yep.
It's always good, and I think we forget that sometimes. And I don't care if it's like a week vacation or just like a couple of days or the weekend.
The weekend getaways.
Yeah. Whatever you do, I think it's always nice to get your batteries recharged.
Just kind of decompress a little bit.
Absolutely. Yeah. Especially when you are in a occupation where you give all the time. It's nice to just kind of take some self-care and self-time and just
de-stress.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
De-stress.
Don't you feel like that's so important? And I think sometimes we forget that, that self-care.
Yep. And of course I was still checking my emails, and I was still, doing all the things that I shouldn't have been doing on vacation.
It happens. I know.
But I tried not to I tried not to communicate a whole lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I tried not to interject myself. I tried to just look from afar, You
Yeah,
know?
there we go. Everything seems to, well, you've got good people.
I have
You've got good
excellent
pillars.
people.
I know you do.
Yes.
And that's a huge blessing when you go somewhere,
Yeah.
to know that that's being taken care
Yeah.
of. But it's very difficult not to look at the emails or look at something coming through, and and sometimes, like, I know I'll catch myself just doing it out of habit.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's like,
and I knew if I didn't look at them, the emails, I would have thousands of emails to go through when I
When you
returned.
got home.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, no.
yeah, right,
No.
right.
Not going to do that either.
Yeah, well,
So.
I can see that too.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And then when I got back, my director of nursing, Robin, went on a week. So we she came back this week. So we went for 3 weeks without seeing each other. So we were kind of like, come back.
Had a lot to talk about when you got
Yeah.
back, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's great,
And she had a very well-deserved vacation as well. So.
Oh, I think that those are so needed, and I think that when you give and you do, and which you love it. I mean, you love what you love your occupation. You love what you do.
Yeah.
But
been doing it for like 32 years now.
that's crazy.
So.
Yeah. In healthcare.
In healthcare.
That's
yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And you think about all the things that have changed, other the things that have developed.
Oh
and,
my gosh.
You know what I mean?
Everything in healthcare has changed in 32 years.
Do you ever
feels
like look
everything.
at stuff and just wonder, like you know things, but then sometimes you're just like, I don't even hardly know anything anymore. I mean, like, everything's all new sometimes.
Yeah.
You almost have to relearn, and just
You do.
things
you have to
change
relearn
and
things.
so fast, so much, and they update.
Yes.
So
yes.
I mean, that's just, and that's where your company though is so good about training and
Oh yeah.
communicating with you, and I think that's wonderful.
And then, so the second part of my vacation,
Yes.
I spent at home.
Uh-huh.
I was a homebody, and I made blackberry jam, and I made pickled jalapenos and habaneros, and made fried zucchini. Like, I was like baking and made blackberry cobbler, and so I was just kind of like doing my baking and cooking thing that week, which was nice too.
Good for you. Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Well,
I enjoyed cooking for other people.
Yeah, and you do. Yeah, and you are very you're very kind about sharing.
Yes.
Like when you bake, you know what I mean?
I try to be.
You're very good about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some things you've brought in that I've eaten that I don't know that I would have shared. I would have just kept it at home, and you know what I mean. But I think the things that a good point too is if you are allowed to do this, and if you have the opportunity to do the getaway, but also there's things to do at home that a lot of times Monday through Friday you can't get, or even the weekends are so busy anymore. It seems like it's hard to get things done that you want to do. And
I made stuffed jalapenos for the first time.
were they good?
Oh my gosh. And I made my own
What do you stuff them with?
cream cheese.
Oh yeah.
Cream cheese and but I made my own. You know the sauce that you get at Arby's to dip the jalapeno poppers in? It's like I think it's called Bronco Berry sauce or something. I made a homemade Bronco Berry sauce. I used a recipe, but the recipe didn't come out. So I tweaked it. I tweaked the recipe, and I ended up adding a whole bunch of my homemade strawberry jam to it, which made it perfect. Perfect. Like, it was awesome. But yeah, I made jalapeno poppers for the first time.
That's
by
wonderful.
myself.
Yeah.
I was
see?
excited.
And I know that that's something you really enjoy.
Yeah, new things.
Yeah. And you enjoy to be in the kitchen.
I do.
Yeah. So
I do.
baking and cooking and all of that.
My husband's like, you have to go back to work. you know,
Oh, I bet he loved that. I bet he
Because
loved
I cooked it. I cooked
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
Baked and did all the stuff.
Yeah,
all
I bet
the
he.
stuff.
Yeah, I bet he wants you back.
Yeah.
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 I love that. Well, and I know that you enjoy doing that too.
I do.
So
I
that's
do.
important, and so good for you.
Yeah.
Yay.
I kind of get that. I feel like I get that from my granny and my grandma, because they baked with love, and they enjoyed making food for people and people enjoying their food, and I kind of get that from them.
You can tell when it's like made like that.
Yes.
There's a difference in that.
There is a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little sweeter.
That's right. A little sweeter.
Well, good for you, and we're glad to get you back. And all systems go, and everybody's trying to get those last minute vacations in, and trying to get going on it. And so we're just a few weeks here, and then school's going to be starting. It's crazy to think of that, and I know.
Crazy. Like, I can't believe some schools already started in July. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
to me.
they did. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Down south, more south, they sure did. Yeah. So that's hard to believe. But.
Yeah. I know. Emma starts back up on the 7th. Of course, I homeschool her, so she starts back up on the 7th. So she'll be a sophomore this year.
That's crazy.
Like, can you believe it?
Yeah.
She got her permit.
Oh, no, I didn't know this.
Yes.
So we've not got caught up. Oh, that's great.
Yes, last weekend I took her because she finished her online class, because I signed up for a driver's ed class, right? So she finished her online class, which meant she could go and take her written test and try to get her permit, and she passed first time. I'm so proud of her.
Awesome.
I was so proud of her.
You should be, as you should be.
But now the scary part comes.
The driving.
The driving.
I know, but you know what? This is going to be so awesome because, like, you know, she's going to, you know, when you first get your license, like, you want to go all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Anytime that, like, you need bread, milk, or anything, she's going to, I'll go. You know what I mean? I'll go to Walmart. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's, you know, and then as you get older, it's, like, harder, like, oh, I got to go, you know. I mean, right? You know, it's funny how, like, things change because when you first get your license, you want to go everywhere, you know?
Well, I'll be glad when
so she can do all your running like
I'll be glad when she gets her instructor driving portion. You know, the parents have to do a little bit of it, and then the driver's ed teacher will do the majority of it, and then we have to finish it up, you know, to get the hours in. So I'm glad that the majority of it will be with a driving instructor.
Will she have an instructor?
Yes.
No, I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
See, years ago, you had to have one.
Yes, because like when I went to, you know, when I was in school, back
too.
in the 80s, we did it through the school.
Yeah,
like
that's
the school
right.
taught the program, and like my counselor was actually my driver's ed instructor. That we did classroom in a classroom instruction, and then you know there was like 3 of us kids in the driver's ed car, and we would all take turns. You know, like that's what I remember.
Yeah, me too.
And so I felt it was important. You know, I feel like they can teach it better than I can.
Well, and I think that here's my thought on that too, is that what if like for some reason you miss something?
Right.
You know, they're the instructors. They've got the the instructions, and if they hit something or cover something that you didn't, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like I remember my instructor, because I'm with you. We went to the school, and I thought it was so good, and I knew how to drive prior to that because just. You know, we had go-karts here. We had, you know what I mean, and that really does help, like that kind of stuff. And then also, you know, I drove, you know, you know, I mean, not on the road, you know what I mean, but you know, fields and stuff. So anyway, so I felt like I was pretty good, but it was nice to have that instructor who told you things that maybe you didn't catch or just didn't, you know, that fine tune.
Well, the instructors have the extra brake.
Yeah.
Where in my car I don't have a passenger brake.
Right. No. You're on a wing and a prayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wing and a prayer. Yeah.
Because I'm like, the most important thing I want you to remember is the brake. Where the brake's at. When I say stop, you need to stop.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's scary being a parent of a new driver learner.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's very scary.
Oh, I think we've all been through that.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm excited for her, and I'm just so excited she passed.
Yeah, I'm very proud of her. That's awesome. Well,
that's
good.
like I kept telling her, like, that's a milestone.
I think she'll be a great driver. I think she's going to be, and I think like running to the store because you were out of something, sugar or whatever, milk, whatever, she'll make those runs for you. I think that's going to be a good thing.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think it gives them their independence too, you know, which is good. That's a good thing. It's a little bit of a, you know, hard at times, but it's part of it.
The wings are spreading out.
Yeah, and
they're flying out the nest.
I'm a beautiful butterfly.
That's
they have to become a They have to become a beautiful butterfly.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, and I remember our instructor. I had Mr. Craig at Salem, and I remember him talking about like things like too, like if you like even like getting pulled over. Like let's say for some reason you know you were to get pulled over. You know, like he said, to make sure that you were in a safe area that you're pulling over at. You know what I mean? Not, you know, that there's enough edge on the road, or if not, that you can go up to a parking lot. You know what I mean? Or if it's like a dark road, and you want to go to where it's lit. You know, where there's more lighting. you know, I mean, he gave us suggestions like that, and just, you know, on um, on instructions, and also, you know, when you do get pulled over, you know, we were talking about this the other day, how you become, I mean, you listen to what the officers say, you know what I mean, you become, right there, you've lost all of your privileges, you sit in the car and you wait for the officer to give you direction, you know, and those are things that, like, you have to give huge respect for, and I think that those were things that, like, he really instilled, you know what I mean, on that, you know, and I think those are good, just good reminders that, for everyone,
yes,
remember, you know.
I agree.
And, you know, you ideally don't want to be pulled over, but
no,
in the occasion you are, you have to know how to operate yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes,
that everybody feels safe. So that's good. Well, that's a big summer then you've had.
I know, right?
I know, and it seems like it's been like that's a big wave of at the end, towards the end of summer here that you've accomplished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in let's see, what's the beginning of October, like the first full week of October, I'm going to be doing a double trip. So from the 6th to the, like, you know, like the first half of the week, I'm going to Orlando to receive our Silver Award.
Well, which is a huge blessing.
Huge.
Explain what that is. That is,
so,
I'm so proud of you on that. Good for you.
I'm very proud of our building and our team.
The team.
You know,
the team is fantastic.
Because I mean, even though I wrote the paper, 26-page long technical paper that
I want
drove
everybody,
me
this
crazy.
is radio, but when she's saying 26 pages, and her eyes get a little crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's, you know, I couldn't have written it without the results being there that are created by the entire team. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have the data, the quality, excellent data to put in the paper to be able to win. You know what I mean? It's not just about, can I write a paper? Well, I've written lots of papers, but you have to have the data to put in there, and the data, which is our quality numbers, are what counts, you know. So I'm very proud of that. So we go in, so it's the American Healthcare Association Quality Awards, right? So there's bronze, silver, and then gold, and you have to start with the bronze and work your way up to the gold. So we won the bronze, like, what, the year before COVID hit or whatever, we won the bronze, and then this year we won the silver, and so next we'll be going for, and I'm already working on the gold. Like, I'm already trying to pull my data and start, like, making little grids so I can keep track of my data, which will make it easier. I'm not going to apply for another year and a half, but it'll be easier for me for the data collection, because it's a lot of data collection and putting together graphs and trending, and like, it's a tremendous, and the gold will be, where the silver was 26 pages long, the gold is 55 pages long, and they actually will come out and do a site visit of your building and talk to your residents and your families and your staff, and, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's, to earn the gold, like, it's truly like, it's our long-term care version of the Olympics.
I was
right?
going to say, it sounds like, that's exactly what I was thinking in my head comparing.
Yeah. So I go in October to receive the Silver Award at the National Convention, which is a big deal, you know. And ASC, we won the most silver in the state this year, in the country. Sorry. We were the second highest winning for silver in the country. American Senior Communities was.
Wow, that speaks volumes.
Speaks volumes. And so our next goal is to be the first build, because Indiana has yet to win a gold award yet, right?
Oh, this is crazy. Okay, this is so
cool.
Okay.
ASC's goal is for us to be the first building in Indiana to win a gold, you know. And of course, I hope it to be Salem Crossing,
Would that not be?
But I'd be excited for any of my sister communities to win the gold. You know, like, that's what an honor, because I know the effort that goes into it. I know the work that goes into it at all levels, you know, from dietary to activities to nursing to housekeeping, like, all levels.
Yeah.
What goes into it to get the quality numbers that you need to even apply for this, you know. So super excited about that. So yeah, I'm already starting to work on that. So I'm accepting the award in October at Orlando at the National Convention, and then I'll be there for like 4 days, and then I'm gonna get home, and the very next day I'm going with my first girl trip in my life. We're going to Salem, Massachusetts for 4 days.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this is like a year of a whole bunch of new things going on.
Well, now this is going to be fun.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I mean,
and I've never been there either, so I get to check another state off my box, you know, and because I've only, if I want a map of the United States, right, and I want to do that little like color in thing,
Yeah.
so I've not been to any of the New England states.
No, I haven't either.
And I've not been to Hawaii or Oregon.
Okay.
Those are the only states I have left to visit, so I'll be able to check some more off of that list. So I'm excited to go to New England states and visit up there and see that beautiful, beautiful countryside up there.
Yeah, yeah. That's on my bucket list too. I'd like to do that too. That's pretty fun.
And to take my first girl trip.
I know.
Like,
this is going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to be the energy that's going to be going on in Orlando when you receive that award. And do you get to go to Disney a day or two?
I'm gonna try. I'm taking my daughter with me.
Yes. You need to go ride, which I just got off of the Tiana ride, which New Orleans is the movie, Tiana.
Oh,
the
okay.
Princess Tiana.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the base in the New Orleans area, and they've got the new ride now, and I just rode it, and it's like crazy wonderful.
Well, because
I was so happy.
I've only been to Disney World once, and that was when the girls were real little, and they don't really remember it at all. So this is like, and Emma was super little. Like Emma was probably only 3, so she don't remember anything at all. Right. So this, I'm hoping to get to take her there. Like that's the purpose of me taking her, is so we can like revisit Disney World, and I don't exactly know where we're going yet, or like if we're just going to pick a park or two, or do Universal, or I don't know. I don't know what we're doing yet.
Going on too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't know what we're doing yet, but that would give me and her some time. Mom and daughter time.
Well, that's wonderful. And also, I want her to see you get that award.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's awesome for a child to see their mother get that award. You know what I mean?
She was super proud of me.
Well, she should be.
She was super
and
proud
I'm
of me,
proud of you. Yes.
Because when I came home, because I told her, I said when I win. I at first I was saying if I win, and then I started, manifesting.
That's right.
When I win the silver, I said, Emma, you and I are going to Florida, going to Orlando. We're going to Disney World. And so I came home that night, and I'm like, we're going to Disney World. She was super excited.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Good for you guys. Well, that's going to be fun. Good for you.
And my DNS and one of her guests gets to go with me.
Okay.
So when you win the bronze, only like the executive director gets to go, and then when you win the silver, the executive director and the director of nursing gets to go, and when you win the gold, your whole department head team gets to go.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's you got to go for the gold.
Absolutely.
Don't stop till you get the gold.
We're not gonna stop till we get the gold.
I love that.
Not gonna stop till we get the gold.
That's gonna be awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
it may take us a couple tries, but we're never gonna give up.
Right. So why did you choose Salem, Massachusetts? Let's go back to that now.
So again, I've never been.
Is this because of the witches?
Yes.
The witch I knew it.
Yes.
How did I know this?
It's October. It's going to be Halloween month.
Oh, you are such
what a perfect time to go to the Salem witch trial area during Halloween.
Yeah.
Super spooky time.
Super spooky. Spooky time. I'm cracking up. So what do they have tours, or I don't know.
They have all kinds of tours there also. Like they have like ghost tours, and they have museum tours, and they have shops galore, and I might get a tattoo on there.
Whoa.
I'm not sure yet.
I'm cracking up. Who are you over there? I'm cracking up.
I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it. Thinking about it. But yeah, I mean, it's like, where else do you go for October?
So do you, like, is that something that, like, on the tours, I guess they kind of explain, they go back, see, I think, now what
they tell the history
of it.
That's
what I was going to say. That's what I would love, to hear the history of it all. Yeah. That's very interesting.
Yeah, the history of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And I want a ghost tour.
Yeah.
I want a nighttime.
You want a nighttime ghost tour. Why does that not surprise me? Yeah. That does not surprise me at all.
Which, when I go to New Orleans again, I want a nighttime ghost tour as well.
Yeah.
Like I went to Savannah, I did the nighttime ghost tour, and I also did like a daytime walking tour or whatever. But I like the nighttime ghost tours because it's just the scary movie person in me.
I know you like that.
I do.
Yeah. That's yes.
Yes.
You go ahead and do all those things.
I'm
okay?
excited.
Yeah, I'll listen to your stories afterwards because I'm not that girl. I'm not. No, I'm over here. I'm the comedy. I like comedy. I like fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But and you can. That's funny. But it is funny. Like when you say you're from Salem, nobody knows. Well, I mean, we are getting on the map, Salem, Indiana. But usually they think of the Salem, Massachusetts.
Right.
Yeah. So. You know, you're like, no, Indiana.
Yeah. And the house that we rented to stay in was built in the early 1800s. So that's going to have a little added, you know.
Did they like modernize it?
Yes.
Do
like,
you have indoor plumbing?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That'd be it.
Like the couple that owns
For
it
that
now.
reason, I'm out.
Like the couple stays in like one part of like the lower part of the house, and then they rent out the condo part like upstairs or whatever. Okay. They've renovated all of it. So yes, everything is new and beautiful and luxurious and whatever, but the bricks and mortar are built in the 1800s. So I'm excited about that. See what kind of activity we can get there.
I cannot believe it. Yes, yes. So you don't have to name names who all you're going with, but is there one person in the group that's going to be really scared? Can you think of the one person that's going to be the weakest link?
Well,
because there's usually like, you know what I mean, it's hard to get a group together where everybody's, you know, like, I mean, you might be like-minded, you like it, but there's always one that's a little more voice of reason, like, no, we should not. I mean, okay, you're watching a scary movie and there's like, you know, everybody walks in that black dark room, you know what I mean? And then there's that one person that says, I don't think we should go in. There's always that voice of reason.
I think
you have one of those that are going with you. Please tell me.
I think it's good. So there's 4 of us going. One of them is one of my Girl Scout moms, which she loves this kind of stuff just like I do. The other person that I'm taking loves this stuff like I do. My Girl Scout mom is bringing one of her friends, which I've talked to her and FaceTimed her, so I kind of know her energy or whatever. She will be the person that that will be scared and doesn't believe in it like that. It's going to be her.
Okay, she'll be the voice of reason.
I don't think she'll be the voice of reason. She'll just be the one screaming as we're dragging her to where we want to go.
Okay. But she might be the one that will be the warning, danger, danger. You know what I mean? Yes.
And she's young, so that's
okay. She'll have the energy to do that.
Yeah.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
That's great.
The good thing is one of my Girl Scout moms, she's been there before, and she said it's really easy because they have red lines through all of the town, as a directing you and guiding you so you don't get lost. So she said it's hard to get lost if you follow the red lines on the streets. So I'm like, okay, cool, because I would be the one who gets lost.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to be the one that got lost.
No, I don't want to get lost.
Yeah,
no.
I would definitely. And it's daylight. I mean, and the red lines. You know what I mean? That would be a little bit better than.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, but we're doing night stuff too.
I do believe that.
We're doing night stuff too.
I have no doubt, no doubt. Well, I'm glad that whoever this mystery lady is that there's a little bit of somebody that's like ready to pull back a little bit there. You know what I mean on that? Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Pull back on those reins. Whoa. I don't think we should do that.
We'll be like, oh, come on, it'll be fun. Yeah. What can go wrong?
What can go wrong? Yeah. I think if you watch any scary movies, Holly, I think you know that person, the people that said what can go wrong or whatever.
When somebody says that to me, I'm like, never, ever say those words out of your mouth again.
Yes.
Never.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because so much can go wrong that hasn't.
Definitely.
So stop saying that.
I want a full report afterwards.
Absolutely.
Okay? Yeah. That's good for you, though.
Yeah,
that's
I'm excited.
Fine. Yeah. Well, and I think that's also a good thing too. If there's something you really want to do, and you have the means to do it, and you have the time to do it,
and I just think coming off of that energy from accepting the Silver Award, coming off of that energy, coming from Orlando, where hopefully me and my daughter have a fantastic, exciting time.
Sure.
Coming off of that energy alone, heading with my friends to a place that I've wanted to visit for decades now, and just being able to, have a girls' trip. Like, it's going to be a great, exciting, tiring week.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. But when you get home and you are exhausted, you know you did it right.
Exactly.
Right.
Because I'm like, I can't believe I'm going from Orlando to Massachusetts in a week.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be a roller coaster ride, literally.
Yeah. Yes.
But a fun one.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Well, that's gonna be fun. Good for
Yeah.
you. All right. Well, and I appreciate you sharing all that. Because for I've done some things, but I've not done. That's the one that I've not done. So.
You need to.
I don't know if I need to. I don't know. I don't know. I think I'll just listen to that one. I might just let you have, and I'll just listen. Okay.
I'm excited too to see because it will be the fall foliage will be out.
No, that'd be.
So
yeah.
I'm excited to see the countryside
Yeah.
of New England with the fall foliage.
Yeah, that'd
I'm
be
super
fun.
excited about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where am I like? Is there like whale watching too? That's where I would be.
I think
It's not
like on the harbors and
Yeah,
stuff like
I
that.
wonder
I think, but
further-
I don't know.
I don't know, that area enough. But that's where you can see all the ghosts. I want to see the whales. Okay. I'll be on the boats and watching the whales, which might be kind of scary too. And I might need somebody. I need a voice of reason telling me, don't encourage that whale. You know what I mean? Can you come closer? Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
you don't want to do that.
Yeah, I've seen this where there's a what's the okay, you have seals and you have the bigger seal. It's a form of a seal.
Is it the manatees?
It's not the manatee. I did see some huge manatees, which are at Disney World. They're actually in that at Epcot. You can see them. They're beautiful. But it's like the sea lions.
Okay.
There's like one that's like huge, and he's going and he gets on boats. Like he'll jump on your boat and like he capsizes it because he's like a ton.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like and so like people are like with a smaller boat they I saw it. I don't know. Anyway, they say that he's kind of like he doesn't do anything bad. He's just his weight is so great.
Right.
That I guess a lot of boats are having trouble with him, and he makes himself at home.
Oh.
So, but I would have to have if I'm going to do this whale watching. I need a big boat. I don't need I want something bigger than a raft.
Yes.
Because if they go underneath, I don't want to go.
No. Nope.
Yeah. So that's kind of my thing. I want to do. Yeah.
That'd be fun too,
Yeah,
though.
I think so. So we can compare stories. Which one was scarier? I think yours would be scarier. I think yours would be a lot scarier. Yeah. All right. So anyway, that's fun and good for you, Holly. And I love stepping out and doing that. That right there. Hopefully, encouraging anyone that maybe is thinking about booking something and doing something or taking that girls' trip, and they just haven't done it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
That's right.
That's wonderful. All right, we're already on to the second day of August. Isn't that crazy?
Crazy.
August.
Crazy.
August.
Like I don't know where this summer's gone. Literally,
I have
do
no
not know
clue.
where this summer's
No
gone.
clue. No clue. No clue.
I had a great harvest in my garden now.
Oh, did you really?
My little bitty garden. I have a little bitty garden,
Aww.
but it has produced so many zucchinis and squash, tomatoes, jalapenos, green peppers, habaneros. Like I even have pumpkins on the vine. Okay.
Oh, awesome.
It's the first time growing pumpkins. I got
love that.
pumpkins on the vine. So I've had a great harvest of my
that.
little bitty garden.
Well, what I love too is that you've been freezing, you've been canning. I mean, you're using it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think that's
Pico de gallo. I made fresh, homemade, out of the garden pico de gallo. The only thing I had to buy was onions because I didn't grow onions this year. Oh my goodness, it was so good. I've never made fresh pico de gallo. Isn't that crazy? Because the ingredients are so simple.
Well,
but I made it all fresh out of my garden stuff.
Yeah,
it was fantastic.
And I'm surprised because you love to cook. I'm surprised that you haven't made that before.
Well, because I would always make salsa. I would can salsa. Which this time I'm like, let's do some fresh pico de gallo. It was amazing. I loved it.
So did you make salsa too?
No, we haven't. We were just doing pico de gallo and stuff like that.
Leaving it at that. Well, there you go.
That.
What about you? What was the hardest thing this year to grow? What did you feel like was the most difficult?
The beefsteak tomatoes.
Oh, really?
Like my Roma tomatoes did fantastic. Like big, beautiful Roma tomatoes. But the beefsteaks were a letdown.
Why is that?
They to me, beefsteaks need to be beefsteaks.
Beefy, yeah, right.
Big,
right.
beefy,
Yeah,
juicy, red. They were very small. So I said next year I'm just doing all Romas because you can still fry green tomatoes out of them. You can still do all the things and they're great. I like the Romas. So I'm just gonna do that. And I'm waiting to see how my potatoes have done. I'm waiting.
See, that's something I have the worst. I mean, I didn't do a garden this year, and I'm not by no means am I any good at it. But I think that's the hard part of is potatoes.
Well, because I'm doing, I did 4 buckets, 3 or 4 buckets, bucket potatoes this year.
Okay,
So I'm
that's
waiting.
right.
Yeah. So I'm
yeah.
waiting. I'm waiting patiently. I'm really trying to keep my husband waiting patiently before we dump the buckets and see how many potatoes we produced.
How do you know when? What's the
when from everything I've looked at and seen, it says when the green like starts wilting and dying off, then it's time to harvest.
Okay. All right. And how are you going to prepare your potatoes? I mean, are you going to like make mashed potatoes? What are you going to do? Are you going to fry potatoes?
Well, it's going to depend on how many we have. Like if we just have a handful, it'll be like, okay, let's go grab a sack of potatoes and mix these up with them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm sure we'll make mashed potatoes and fried potatoes and all things. If I have enough to actually can, I'll probably just peel them and try to keep them whole, and can them as whole potatoes.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see how many the harvest brings. If it does well, I've already told my husband we're doing more bucket potatoes next year.
Well, and we talked about that when you planted them in the bucket.
Yes.
And we wanted a full report, so we can't wait. So we're still waiting on those buckets.
Yes. Still waiting on the buckets. I think it's coming close, though.
We're getting close.
I think we're getting close.
So
maybe another month. We'll see.
Well, I always feel like the potatoes, because it seems like to me one time, which I don't know what I'm doing, but like I put them in the ground and then I lost them. I couldn't find where they were at. They're probably still there.
They're probably still there. Oh, that's awesome.
So 100 years from now, they'll find those potatoes. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. They're probably still somewhere. Sitting there.
That is awesome.
Is anybody ever going to come get us?
I want to actually try to do onions next year, though.
Oh, yeah.
So and my corn was a letdown this year, too, which I didn't. I kind of half expected it to be, because
that's kind of the hard thing.
Again, I just have this little bitty plot of garden, and I just put the corn like around 2 of the edges just to see what it would do. And I got some up, and I got some that's got silks on it, and there's not going to be any corn. Okay?
Well,
just saying. So next year, I think I'm going to use the space to try to, maybe less habaneros next year, and I'm going to try onions.
There you go. Now on the pumpkins, are they going to be ready for October, or are they going to be too because that's something like when I've grown pumpkins before, and how I grew pumpkins was from the year before, my seeds just were there. You know what I mean? So like I didn't actually take the time to plant them; they just came up naturally.
Right.
And they would come up before October, mine. You know what I mean? They would always get ripe. Like I couldn't keep them till October.
I don't know, because again, it's my first time planting pumpkins, so it's again experimental for me this year. I'm hoping that I can just keep growing them until October, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I've got quite a few on there though, and so I don't know. I'm excited to even have any at all.
And I've
to be honest.
So what I want you to do, and I've heard this to be true, so take it up another level. And I know you could do that. Okay? I feel like you're the person that could do that. I remember that my dad would get these huge pumpkins years ago. Huge. And I'm almost positive, I was little, but I think I heard the farmer say how he got the pumpkins bigger and so big was he injected in the vines buttermilk.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
I can just barely I remember that as a little girl, and I think I heard that right. So I did talk to somebody, a farmer who grew pumpkins, and they said they'd never heard of that before. But I would love for somebody to try that. And I don't have any when they grow on their own, I think they're called volunteers, right?
Yes.
So I don't have any volunteers this year. But I have had them in the past, and I did not try it, but I'm very interesting. And pumpkins, they're like a little bit, like you can only grow them certain times throughout the year.
Right.
They do not grow, like you can't just in a laboratory grow a pumpkin.
Right.
You know what I mean? Pumpkins are a little bit, and I heard an older lady say it's a God thing.
Oh.
You know what I mean? She said no matter how much man wants to be involved in it, it's a God thing on the pumpkins. And I thought, well, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
So, like when they grow, because like you can't make a pumpkin grow
Right.
like in June.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or I think it was, I can't remember the months, you know what I mean? And it has to have its own time.
Right.
You'll get the vines, but the actual bloom won't come.
Right.
So that's cool.
Well, I have tons of blooms. And the other interesting thing about the blooms is that, like when I came back from vacation, first thing I did was go out to my garden and see what was going on with it.
Sure.
And in the blooms of the pumpkin, there was like at least 2 bees in each bloom. Each and every bloom had 2 bees in it. So I have tons of blooms. Like I said, I've only got probably, I probably have 3 or 4 tomatoes. 2 of them fairly decent sized. 2 of them just now coming on to their own. So I'm happy to have just one. You know, like
I kind
that's
of
a
want to come
success
over
to
with
me.
a carton of buttermilk. I kind of. You see me?
How are we gonna inject it though?
Like you would a turkey, you know, like whatever they do, they inject the turkeys. You know what I mean, right? Or what is it? They
I don't have an injector thing.
Well, I
though. I'd
know,
have
but
to
you
get
can
one.
get one of those,
I'd have
right?
to get one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I got buttermilk at home.
Okay, I really want, please. You see me in your garden, don't just look away.
It won't be this weekend though.
Okay, just one.
I'm camping this weekend.
Okay, we don't have to do. We just have to do one.
Just
okay?
one.
Just
okay.
one. Just trial and error. I'm not gonna. And if it errors, I'm sorry. I'll tell you in advance. You know what I mean? But just trial and error to see.
So where at on the stem did the farmer put it?
Well, I don't know that.
Okay.
See, that's where the degree of difficulty comes into. I don't know. I just remember that, you know, that he was talking. They were having a conversation, and I was listening, and I remember him saying that I inject the. I don't know if it would have been the blooms or the stems, but I thought he said stems with buttermilk buttermilk. But now. Maybe he was telling a tall tale. I don't know.
You never know.
I don't know.
Or maybe that was his trick to the trade.
Yeah.
You know?
That's exactly right. Get a big old pumpkin.
Big old pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
that's
would be
exciting.
fun. All right.
So sorry, what was in August? I'm sorry, you haven't read those yet, have you?
Oh, no. In August, well, let's see what our dates are. This is actually Dinosaur Day.
Oh, okay.
I feel like they have that 2 or 3 times a year. I mean, no, really. And I like dinosaurs. I'm all for dinosaurs.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's, like, often. International Beer Day. I think they have that often too.
I think that's probably often
And how
too.
apropos on a Friday, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
Beer Day. But they were talking about how, like, I was listening earlier about, like, how, like, to be particular about your beer. Like, they were talking about, like, some of the beers are not what they seem to be. You know, they were just talking about doing your research. I don't know.
I don't like beer. I don't like the
drink beer
flavor of it.
This is actually National CAD. It's Computer Added Design Day.
Interesting.
CAD Day. National Coloring Book Day. I love to color.
Oh, I love to color.
I love to color. You know what I mean? I started like coloring a little bit, and then like it's like you can't stop once you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you want to finish the whole page.
Yes.
Ooh, National Ice Cream Sandwich Day.
I love ice cream sandwiches.
I do too. I do too. So
I'd
good.
rather have an ice cream sandwich than like a bowl of ice cream or what. Like, I just like it.
Yeah.
Like them.
Yeah, they're pretty easy to eat.
Yes.
Convenient. Yeah. World 4-Leaf Clover Day.
My aunt finds a ton of 4-leaf clovers every day. Like a ton.
Wow.
In her yard. Like, she must have the luckiest yard.
My goodness, yeah, definitely.
She finds a ton.
Yeah.
She's sending pictures on Facebook every day.
Found
crazy.
another one, found another one, found another one. I think you can take them and kind of like, you preserve them and kind of keep them, you know. That would be kind of fun to do. Yeah. Yeah, I found one years ago. But I did the other day. I was thinking I need to really look for one, you know.
I've found a few over my lifetime.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool when you find them, and then I'll flatten them out like a book or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think we do that enough anymore.
No.
We just walk through it.
Yeah.
We don't even like stop and look, you know. But I was actually looking to make sure there weren't bees. And then when I looked down, I thought, you know what? I've not looked for a 4-leaf clover forever. So
sort of like when I was little, I used to take the white clover and make necklaces and rings and bracelets out of them.
All the time.
All the time.
That was my jewelry.
I loved it.
That was
exactly. That was the jewelry.
We made homemade jewelry and didn't even realize it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. It was fun.
I love that. Me too.
Flowing the dandelion poofs around.
Oh, yes.
It was all kinds of fun.
Yeah, and you can hook those together and make some really cool chains. The dandelions. I used to do that. Make necklaces too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and rings.
Yeah.
I always had that was my jewelry. Affordable jewelry back then. Boy, I've come a long way, haven't
That's
we?
right.
Yeah, the jewelry that we wear today, for sure. Holly, it's always fun getting to talk with you, and I'm so glad to get you back. I'm glad you had a great time. Good for you, and can't wait to hear the new adventures you're going to be having. And again, congratulations to Salem Crossing and your whole team on the award. And
thank you.
And it's nice because we know how good you are, but it's nice when someone else recognizes it and someone else sees it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
Fantastic. Good for you. I want you to
Thank
have a great weekend. Let's thank our sponsors this morning.
We'd like to thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Perlee Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Care First Urgent Care, and McAllister Land Consulting. Thank you, sponsors.
All right, let's have the best day ever.
Yay! Friday!
If it's the first Tuesday of the month, then you know it's Customer Appreciation Day at our local Salem, Indiana Papa John's Pizza. Get a hand-tossed or a thin-crust large 2-topping pizza for only $6.99 the first Tuesday of every month. Use promo code CAD2022 when ordering online at papajohns.com. Or order 2 and get it delivered. Call 812-883-3369 or stop by the corner of Main and Hackleberry Streets for your hot, fresh pizza today. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Give Du Bois County Tire a call. Big or small, they service all. They have the name brand tires you know to keep you cruising on down the road. They got tires for driving mean. They even got them for your farm machine. You can call them day or night. Du Bois County Tire does it right. Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Now through September 2nd, buy 4 eligible Bridgestone tires and get $70 back by mail on a Bridgestone Visa prepaid card. Get up to $140 when you use your CFNA credit cards. Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. Available at Washington County Tire Shop in Salem. Subject to credit approval. Restrictions apply. See BridgestoneRewards.com for details.
Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Just in time for summer, the return of the Cheesy Burger Pizza from Papa John's. Papa John's and Reese are diving into summer at the Salem store with sizzling beef, dill pickles, cheese, and burger sauce on a large pizza with the return of the Cheesy Burger Pizza for only $9.99. Call Reese at the Salem Papa John's at 812-883-3369 or order online and try these new creations today. And for something a little different, try the Bacon Cheesy Burger Bites for only $4.99. Or try the Cheesy Burger Papadilla for just $6.99. Call today, 812-883-3369 for your Salem Papa John's, or order online and use the app from the Papa Rewards. Remember, better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. McDonald's is helping you love summer with the $5 meal deal. Starting June the 25th for a limited time, you'll be loving your choice of a McDouble or McChicken sandwich, small fries, 4-piece chicken McNuggets, and a small drink, all for just $5. Bring your favorite snack on all of your summer adventures with free Fry Fridays, every Friday nationwide, exclusively in the McDonald's app. Customers can snag a free medium fry with any $1 minimum purchase through the end of 2024. And in honor of National French Fry Day next month, you can get a bonus in store for McDonald's app users. On Saturday, July the 13th, fans can get free fries of any size in the app, no purchase necessary. And for McDonald's lovers in the Louisville area, they're giving you great buy one get one free deals, including buy one get one free for $1 McDouble, McChicken, 4-piece chicken McNuggets, a small fry, or buy one get one free $1 breakfast, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, sausage McMuffin, or hash brown. $1.39 any size soft drink or unsweet or sweet tea. $1.69 any size frozen carbonated beverage. $1.99 any size iced coffee. Stop by McDonald's in Salem, Mitchell, or French Lick to get some of the best deals around. And don't forget to call the stores to schedule your exclusive and hosted birthday parties in their locations. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
This is Melissa Jeremiah with Hoosier Uplands Home Health Care and Hospice. Our professionals are available at 812-849-4447 to answer any questions you have regarding home health care or hospice. The summer heat is upon us. When working outdoors, make sure and stay hydrated. Also check on your neighbors who are homebound. Consider donating a fan or window.
From the Big Boy Studio in Sweet Home, Alabama, to the world, the Rick and Bubba Show.
Thank you for being with us today on a brand new Rick and Bubba Show. Much to do as we move forward. The golden ticket seats are here. We welcome our guests. They're relaxing in the golden ticket seats. Some really cool gifts that they have brought today, and they'll get a chance to spin the wonderful wheel of canned meat. Rock and Roll City will play again today for the Tubers a little bit later on. So Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, Adler here, and we're welcoming back today, fresh from a two-day move, Bill Bubba Bussey.
Yeah, glad to be here, and when I say that, I really mean it. Hey, moving. Zero.
I am apologizing to Southern Gospel fans all over the world for not knowing how to pronounce the Neelands. I apologize for that. I've never heard of them. I'm brokenhearted that many of them were killed in a plane crash. I will just say that, first of all, there was a large period of my life that I was completely lost and didn't listen to any spiritual music of any kind unless I was, made to go to church and listen to the choir. And then when I started being very interested after I was redeemed to praise and worship music, no offense, Southern Gospel, not really my thing. I certainly appreciate their talents, and so I apologize apparently that I should have heard of the Neelands, and that's how you say it, Neeland. But I had not, and when I looked up and looked down, I thought the word said Nelson, and then I tried you weren't even close. And then I tried to pronounce it again and couldn't get it right. But I'm just being honest, I've never heard of them. And I apologize for apparently committing a sin against gospel music. So anyway, how have you never heard of them? I'm sorry, I never listened to a lot of Southern gospel music. You take the Florida boys away, I don't know what I'm talking about. I mean, or
the Harmoniers.
Yes, but I was really trying to focus more on the tragedy of their death, but I'm
get the name right.
Well, no, if you're you need to get the name
you
right.
Do.
That's
you do.
absolutely.
That's important.
And our show, we get names right maybe half the time.
Rick, you're being generous.
Well, I am, but anyway, and I'm one of the worst, and I inherited that.
I like
honestly.
when we confidently say it.
Oh, sure.
We'll do that.
Sure.
I mean,
like I just did. So anyway.
Glad to hear about the notes.
Hey, that's on me. Sorry about that. As we mourn.
It's one thing if you mispronounce them because they're coming to your local church.
Yeah, right.
It's another thing when they've been killed in a horrific plane crash.
It's more important.
It's more important to get it right.
But that's what you call you big boy.
That's so sad. But so that means out of respect to them, Rick, you're going to come out of the next break with one of them songs.
Okay. All right, now people are saying it's Nellens. Everything I say is Neeland. They're doing two E's. Neeland, not melon. Somebody says melon with an N. That's not right. That's how you
said it the first time.
Yeah.
I think.
No, I said Nelson. Then I